Great to have you on Richard Mwenja Exclusive. It indeed is a distinct privilege to have your company on board at a time when so much is happening in Kenya's political and governance landscape. Prime of it, the call for accountability from the Gen Z, the youth-led segment of the Kenyan population, actually calling out the government on what they believe is mess coming out from our leaders and from the highest office in this land. Prof is here with me to help me bring the day's conversation home. Prof, great to see you.
Thank you.
You seem sad. Why are you sad today, the 17th day of June?
I'm watching videos of things happening in town, and I'm seeing demonstrators being confronted and beaten by what we are coming to be told are
Paid goons, perhaps?
I don't know how to call them goons.
Before we even talk about the goons alleged to have been paid by some quarters,
Yeah.
we've seen just...
And they're in uniform.
They're in uniform.
The uniform, these are they batons or what they are? They are not even batons. They are,
Clubs, perhaps?
they are things like clubs. There's a better word for it. Kwa Kiswahili inaitwa mpini.
Mpini?
Wana mpini. Is the stick that holds the hoe. I've forgotten the English name.
So unfortunate, Prof, that a police officer has been caught firing at a calm protester at close range, actually killing the protester.
We are not sure. Are you sure yourself?
Well, it has been reported and verified. That is verified information.
Okay.
So, Prof, I still want to understand something here. We thought that we had seen the end of police weighing brutality on protesters just so to suppress their voices, dissenting voices. Why is this a trend that's still going on when we're talking about the Gen Z protests and protests in Kenya at large when it comes to anti-government protests?
There are two reasons. The first reason is that as Kenyans, we don't seem to value human life. And it's not just government or police, it's all of us. We don't value human lives. Life, you know. The way we kill each other on the roads. The way we lynch people. Mob justice. Human life doesn't mean to be anything to us. Secondly, there are people who think they can manage situations through violence, through force. The sad truth is that force can only go so far. Force can only help you for up to a point, beyond which it can't help you. Absolutely. It can't help you. But because at any one time, the state is weaker than the people. Okay?
The state is weaker than the people.
Yeah. This country has just about 100,000 policemen. You can say 120, 130. If you remove those doing special duties, how many do you remain with? If you remove all the ones who are about to retire, pot-bellied ones, who can't run and do anything.
To save their lives.
Yeah, those protecting big people, those in Haiti. So how many policemen do you remain with? Against an adult population, let me not say 50 million, an adult population of, say, over 30 million. So the police are highly outnumbered. There must be a certain arrangement, a certain state that obtains, so that 99.999% of citizens submit themselves to law and order, to law enforcement. You see, but if we get to a point where the citizens have to fight it out with the police, even if you added the military, they can't manage. They are highly outnumbered.
Alleged goons who've inflated this peaceful Gen Z protest have been beaten to a pulp, a number of them. Some, their properties have been burned, talk of their motorbikes. And first, let me understand, do you think this strategy to infiltrate peaceful protest by putting their goons is going to work to silence this revolution that is...
First of all, anything that leads to loss of human life is a no, a big no. Anything. What is it you are defending to cause loss of human life? There's nothing. I said this in some video I did, I think, on Saturday. People have asked me, what do you mean by it's not what Kenya is? Kenya is not worth fighting for. This is a small, poor, dirty third world country. It's not worth fighting for. So there's no position in this country that is so big that you must have it at all costs. So anything that causes violence, we must avoid. Does not matter the justification, the reason. So long as there's going to be violence, both sides must shun violence. Because peace is number one. Do you know what comes second?
Tell me.
Peace. You know what comes third? Peace. All other things come number 4 and above, and below rather.
Only peace anchors a nation together?
Yes. Peace comes 1, peace 2, peace 3. And this peace must come together with justice. Because if it comes alone, it cannot work. There must be justice for peace to make sense. So all the things we are talking about are neither contributing towards peace nor promoting a culture of justice. So we are losers. You are a loser if you think you can work without justice and without peace. You are a loser. A complete loser. A bad loser. You won't go far. And nobody ever has gone far. When you toss peace out of the window, when you think you can work without promoting justice, you can't go far. So all these things that are happening is a waste of time. What are you defending?
Prof, do you
To send goons in uniform, the uniform is those rungus they are carrying, those hizo mipini hizo. Kiswahili inaingia haraka, Kizungu nimepoteza hiyo jina. I'll get it sometimes, but
sure.
So it's not worth it. You see what, Richard?
Tell me.
We may be a poor, dirty third world country, but we are not like these small little countries around us. Kenya is an important country. The international community cannot ignore Kenya. And therefore, right now, I'm sure the international media is focusing on Nairobi, Kenya. What they are seeing in the streets, what does it tell the world about us? What does it tell? And then the story that they will be telling, because I'm also in the media, you know. You and I are in the media. Sure. The media will always pick an aspect of something. It's not what you want, it's what they will pick. So what the media will pick is that the government sponsors and arms goons to go and beat demonstrators. That's not good for us. It's not good for the president. It's not good for this country. It's not good for anybody. That government arms goons to go and beat global demonstrators. It happened in Eldoret, it happened in Kakamega, where politicians recruit these young men and arm them with those sticks. Because they are new and all they are the same. That's why I'm calling it uniform. Roaming the streets of Eldoret, roaming the streets of Kakamega, and now roaming the streets of Nairobi to beat. And now, that I'm not told, that I've seen, shouting, Ruto, Ruto, you know. You can't work like that. It can't take anybody anywhere. It's a waste of time.
It's a waste
of time. It can't. It can plunge the country into anarchy.
Only anarchy?
Yeah.
Prof, you are seeing this youth being met with these clubs, these impenis,
Yes.
and some of them being met by bullets. And one would want to question, in the fullness of time, do you see this youth calling out for accountability from the government, dampening their spirit because they feel now this fight is coming on us so hard?
It's Martin Luther King who said, violence begets violence. No, it's the Bible. Martin Luther King said something. You see, when you brutalize men, there's something that happens to them. You turn them into beasts. So why do you want to turn a whole nation into a nation of beasts? And there are more serious dangers. How did Mungiki start? When politicians put young men in their service to defend them, to promote them, then they morph into other serious things the way the young men morphed into Mungiki. So I hope that's not the direction the country wants to take. This country must shun violence. This country must onboard dialogue. Because at the end of the day, we are all Kenyans. None is more Kenyan than the other. If you love this country, you cannot shed blood. Then that won't be love. That is extreme selfishness. And for some of us who have witnessed things, for some of us who perhaps through reading and experiences and so on and so forth, we know that, like Napoleon said, there's just like a small line, it's not even a bridge, from normal to extreme abnormal. There's a very small line.
Thin line?
And I keep telling Kenyans, and I keep saying it for free, born out of my love for this country. You know, you can wake up tomorrow and find this not the Kenya you know. It's all gone. It has happened to other countries. I think Kenyans, they should learn these things. Waking up and finding is all gone. There's nothing else. There's nothing now you live for. Your children can't go to school. That morning thing with your children as they jump into your car, you drive them to school. As you pick them, you drive to the school to pick them, they jump. Daddy, mommy, then kiss them, take them to your car. It's all gone.
In a split second?
It's just gone. All of a sudden, staying in Karen is no longer safe.
Despite the perimeter walls?
Yes. The beautiful ones are not yet born. I think that's Ikwe Ama's book, where it happens and the minister must pass through a toilet and to escape. It's no longer safe for anybody. Life has lost whatever it is you call life. Everything is just gone. You are just about to finish your mortgage. Someone, by December, my last payment for my mortgage is all gone. All of a sudden, that house means nothing. You can't even go there.
Remain empty.
My child, anafanya form 4 this year. This one at Apata is all gone. I want to invite Kenyans not to play with danger. Even before you go for demonstrations, just ask yourself, what are you trying to do? But again, those who cause the state that invites those demonstrations must also ask themselves, is there something we can do to avert this kind of nonsense that can plunge the country into chaos? You will all lose. Nobody will gain. So who has been gaining in Somalia from 1991, 90? Who? I want one name. After Siad Barre left. So give me a name of the person who has been enjoying. Who has been ruling Somalia. You can't. It's a waste of time. Sudan got into trouble before I was born. Look at DRC.
They're still in trouble.
So what is there to be proud of if a country plunges into anarchy?
Prof.
Into chaos. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Going into the future, do you think there's need for us as a country to have a national conversation, perhaps, to try rethink the relationship between citizens and the police force whom they serve in the first place?
We have refused to cultivate, and now we are going to reap. I feel sad that we may get to a point where the police are openly defied. I was just watching a video where the police, I think somewhere in Western, are insulting a policeman. A long video.
On camera?
2 weeks ago or less, there was a man with a panga.
Yeah.
With the police in Nakuru.
Kaende.
In the demonstrations of this last week or when, you saw people chasing away police in Nairobi.
Yeah.
You saw that water cannon truck being chased away by young people. It is dangerous to invite a situation where the people, first of all, have no regard for the police. Leave alone fear them. They have no regard for them. Secondly, where people can even chase away the police, even beat them up. Is that a country? Every country requires a certain level of stability. For all these good things to happen, for you to leave your office in your tie and go down and tell your driver, let's go home, there must be some level of stability, civic calm. Open your gate in Lavington, ingia kwa nyumba, mkubwa ameingia, with servants. It is just Taka, they are not there. In fact, they live in that house where unaenda. You saw, was it Jakarta? Yeah, Jakarta. Where people went into the presidential palace and they were swimming in the presidential swimming pool, wearing presidential robes. You saw in Parliament last year. Mr. Speaker, I hear that man has not been seen. Let us not do stupid things, because we will lose our country. All of us.
Do you think a task force would help?
What?
To look into national police service reforms, maybe a task force?
No, those things are, we just know what is required. You think the police are even enjoying doing what they are doing? You think police are not human beings? You think they don't have children?
You don't need another Maraga-led
I've always seen when police used to harass university students, tear gas, what? I've been at the university for a long time. I have nothing to show for it, but I've been there for a while. You found me there, you left me there.
Sure.
We would talk to policemen. There was a particular policeman who was crying. When they were running in the corridors, tumejificha kwa maofisi. And when he was narrating it, he was crying. But these are his children. He had 3 children. Kwa hiyo university, na ametumwa kupiga watoto marungu. He was crying as he was narrating it. They have children, they have brothers, they have mothers who are in they are women, police women, and they have children. So they are not even happy to do some of the things they are doing. No normal human being can enjoy getting a big stick and breaking it on somebody's head.
No normal human being?
No. No.
Well, there you have it. That has been our conversation with Professor Herman Manyora, discussing a raft of issues, more particularly what's happening today, the youth-led protest calling for better accountability structures and measures from the government of the day. It remains to be seen whether indeed their voice will be heard by the regime of today. Until you get to this again on Richard Mwenja Exclusive, do enjoy the rest of your viewing.